Hey guys, welcome back to another behind the scenes video. I'm Josh and I'm a video producer and creator. An important part of video production is having a plan. So when I make a Lego video, there are a few things that I need. To start, you need Legos. Then, you need a camera, dimmable lights that you can use to light your scene, boxes to set the camera on, adhesive putty to help stick the characters in place, and then my favorite piece of gear, a beanbag. You might be surprised by this one, but the beanbag is actually an essential piece of filmmaking gear when you're making a Lego video. Lego characters are not very tall, and so often I need to get my camera as low to the ground as possible. That's where the beanbag comes in. I can rest the camera on the beanbag and it stays secure. Sometimes I'll even use it for sliding shots. The next step after I gather all my equipment is to plan out the shots that are going to be in the scene. Before I begin filming, I need to set up the characters and plan how they will move, where the camera will be positioned, and how that will all affect my lighting in each stage of the scene. Lighting requires a lot of careful planning because one small adjustment can change the entire mood of your shot. For this scene, I'm using two lights, one directly above the characters and one a bit to the side. That's called a hair light. This light helps to separate the characters from the background and produces a nice glow behind their heads. So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into it. Have you ever made a plan for something? On the first day of Unleavened Bread, a Jewish festival, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Where do you want us to prepare the Passover meal for you to eat?" Jesus replied, "As you go into the city, you will see a certain man. Tell him this, 'The teacher says, my time is coming to an end. I will eat the Passover meal at your house with my disciples.'" The disciples did what Jesus had told them, and they prepared the Passover meal. When it was evening, Jesus sat down at the table with his 12 disciples. While they were eating, he said, "Truly I say to you, one of you will betray me." This made the disciples very sad. One after another, they asked Jesus, "Am I the one who will betray you, Lord?" Jesus replied, "The person who has dipped his hand in the bowl with me is the one who will betray me. For the Son of Man must die, as the Scriptures declared long ago. But how terrible it will be for the one who betrays him. It would be far better for that man if he had never been born." Judas, who was secretly the one planning to betray Jesus, asked, "Rabbi, teacher, am I the one who will betray you?" Jesus responded to him, "You have said so." As they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it. Then he broke the bread into pieces and gave a piece to each disciple, saying, "Take this and eat it. This represents my body." Then Jesus took a cup and gave thanks to God for it. Then he gave the cup to the disciples and said, "Take this and drink it. This represents my blood of the covenant. It is poured out to forgive the sins of many people. I tell you, I will not drink again of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." Imagine what it would have been like to be there that day, eating the Passover meal with Jesus and the other disciples. During this meal with his disciples, Jesus revealed God's plan. Jesus took bread and said, "Take this and eat it. This represents my body." He took a cup and gave thanks to God for it. "This represents my blood of the covenant. It is poured out to forgive the sins of many people." Jesus came to fulfill God's amazing plan. Well, that's it for now, guys. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.